To become a Jesuit? For God's sake, what kind of life is that? My classmates are retired, and me? What's my retirement? What's my future? The number one priority in my life is saying Mass. And helping in parishes. Somebody gets sick, somebody asks you to do that, you fit it in, and then these lovely Filipinos say, Father, come and say Mass for us. Or 2 o'clock, I can do it. Saturday at 12 o'clock, I can do it. So I've been doing that. Sometimes saying 3 or 4 Filipino Masses on a weekend.
911 emergency response.
To become a Jesuit? For God's sake, what kind of life is that? Huh? Oh, it's a life of taking up your cross and following Christ. Full stop. I have nothing else to say.
I am 53 years old, but the type of music is the hip-hop type of music that the young people enjoy. So this Life Teen Mass is actually a program which I had introduced here in this church in 1992. And I believe the Eucharist has tremendous power to renew, to transform our teens. And the difference between a Life Teen or a Youth Mass is the music. We have upbeat music and so forth, where the young people can clap, can dance, can sing along as they want to. It's a one way of entering into the mindset of the young people. So during the Mass here, I'm very expressive. So I don't mind to dance even if I need to dance. After the Life Teen Mass, we have what we call the Life Nights. So after the Youth Mass, they will split in their own respective meetings and have activities. There will be given formation and training and spiritual input. The Lepak is after the Life Night. Lepak is some sort of hanging out sessions with your peers. They will meet together just at the entrance of the church. So instead of them hanging out somewhere else after the various meetings, we prefer them to hang out in the church here, where you can meet and yak with one another, and at the same time provide the opportunity for priests to meet and yak with them as well. The apostles in the early churches, when we talk about churches in the early days, we talk about the household churches, where early Christians came together to meet in households. And this is the concept is very similar, so to the present day BECs. I confess the Almighty God. BECs is a gathering of families. So these families therefore will be organized and they will be mobilized, so to speak, to come together for the various activities. Basically, it's one way of empowering our people, to lay people to come forward to make decisions for their own. So like looking after their own people in time of sick, in time of need, or in whatever occasions that is necessary.
You sleep with your boyfriend, girl.
I don't think I'm that funny, but I think the work requires me to be that, and therefore I have to be that. My work is mainly campus ministry. In small actions, in concrete actions, it means journeying with a student. It's where I spend most of my time traveling from campuses to campuses. My office is at the eating place, the canteen, the place where I hang out with the students, or what in Malaysia we call it the mamak stalls, where you hang out for tea and all that with the students. So, like what are they doing afterwards? You know, after this, the whole group will be meeting up there and you'll be eating there and having what we call also faith formation session with our food. That's what we do. I make them laugh, and I make them realize their whole life situation. And at times it's also a time where I have to provide them a shoulder to cry on. And I have to meet up with them. And it's a place where you find students at this age of falling in love and falling out of love, and that hurts them. And they find that the only place whom they could call at midnight, someone to talk to, is no other people except those whom they feel comfortable with. And that's me. So that's part of my work, that's what I have to do.
The issue of justice has always caught my imagination, even before I joined the Society of Jesus. Yes, I was in the legal profession for 14 years. My job, I felt, was in the defense of those people who have been unjustly accused or unjustly being sued. The Malaysian situation is such that there is grave injustice. There are unjust laws, detention laws especially. There's a lot of corruption in this country. There are many issues that has to be righted. Discrimination on religious and racial grounds. Seeing how we have to struggle to keep our church alive. I think very much like Father Ignatius, he felt that God was leading him by the hand, stage by stage. So, as a lawyer, I believe that God was also leading me, without me knowing it, without me realizing it, that He was leading me by my hand, stage by stage, from one form of fighting for justice to another form of fighting for justice in a more holistic manner. And so the Jesuits, when they came up with their statement, that their mission is the defense of faith and the promotion of justice, which is an integral part of it, it struck me. It struck me that, hey, this is perhaps the group of men I'd like to be with for the rest of my life.
I think to fight suffering with the people. We are tired, everybody's tired. Eh? When we are working, we are tired. But I get tired because we had many things, so many problems that we cannot resolve, that we have to just to keep them with us in our heart and to pray over them and to suffer them.
But touching these sufferings and touching this lack of hope, I think that is a gift from God, because touching these sufferings in my heart, the tenderness grows. And grows because I can walk with the people who suffer. And this is something very, very important.
In Cambodia we have a very unique place to learn about suffering and to learn about love, to learn about death, about life, and to get the chance to make a real option for God. In Cambodia it's very clear that we are going to meet Jesus Christ carrying the cross and inviting us to follow Him.
What I love most, I will say my mother, and because many times that how I see God love to me, I will compare it back to how my mother loved me. Many times when we work in Cambodia, we meet people, I can see their suffering. And then, how can I see my mother when she saw me suffer or saw me lost, and how much she concerned. The same when I see the people who I go to help them and who I see them in very difficult time, I can see that how God is longing for someone to come to love them. There are about the time that I'm thinking of to join the society. That time, every morning before I get out and get on the car and go to work, I always pray that Christ to bring me to who you want me to serve.